presidency and the importance in Whitehouse, everything. Away from all, Mitchell was being shaped into the person she became, and that the word ghetto is used as a slur or some sort of demeaning way. Mitchell being so determined, that was something. I've seen so many videos of Mitchell talking about love, marriage. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So this is the video for book of the month of April, which I was supposed to upload on somewhere around first week of May, but it got delayed. I couldn't finish the book of the month for April before April ended, which is what this challenge is about. Which brings the introduction for book of the month series. So this is a series of videos I'll be doing for this year 2024, where I'll be reading 12 different books for 12 different genres, and each book will belong to a different genre. And also I should finish the book of the month for the particular month before the month ends, and that didn't happen because I was getting married. So the April's book got delayed, and which in turn made other books for the following months to get delayed as well. So I am controlling the, what is that? There's this thing that falls continuously, right? What is it called? Deck of cards that falls continuously, something. I'm stopping the deck of cards from falling continuously. I'm trying to end it all by August. That is, meaning by August end, I'll be finishing the books for April, May, June, July and August. By the time I'm recording this video, I was actually able to finish the books for May, June, and then the Becoming book, which was for April, and then recently, yesterday, I finished the book for July as well. So currently the book for August is the only one that's remaining. So you can expect the videos for the book of the months of April, May and June. Since I'm moving around, I came back to my home for a brief stay, and I did bring my camera, but I don't have my camera's tripod. I tried to find some place I can record a video, but I wasn't able to. Becoming video is going to be a phone recorded video, but the videos for Hidden Pictures, which is the May month's book, the Henna Wars, which is the June month's book, is already recorded. So those videos will be of good quality, and the the video I'm planning to record today itself, because I thought I can, if I record it sooner, I can edit it, I'll post it sooner. So forgive me, the mother's book video is also going to be taken in my mobile. So with that disclaimers out of the way, let's talk about Becoming. So Becoming is first biography I read from start to beginning, and I'm happy that I chose the book. I'm a little sad that the book stopped the flow I was going on for at least 3 months by then, and I'm a little sad that everything got delayed because of that, and I was also only able to finish the book after I finished the Henna Wars and Hidden Pictures. So those kind of things were sad, but I really enjoyed the book. Of course, my husband made fun of me, telling that the day you finish Becoming book is the day of your freedom. You're holding on to it with your dear life or something. So I was very adamant trying to finish it. I was like fighting the book's length. That was the thing that was going on. But it was a good read, I'll tell you that. There was a lot of information. You can read the book and know it yourself, or you can search the web and know more about Mitchell and her life during her husband's presidency, and maybe her early life as well. But Becoming, she tells the story herself, from being a little girl in Chicago to being the First Lady of United States of America. I did make some notes to talk about it. I'll just grab it real quick. So starting from the introduction, I felt the direction the book was going. The very first words I read is Mitchell telling that she finally got, a normal night away from all the presidency and the importance in Whitehouse, everything. Away from all that, she got a normal night, and she was content with it. And that told me what kind of story I'm going to read. Not story, what kind of book I'm going to read. And I was impressed by the fact that she was happy with making herself a toast and sitting silently. That content is right. It's something everybody can remove. to achieve something and to stand back and take a moment to observe it all in. That kind of moment is something everyone can aspire for. And the initial days of her childhood, she describes about many characters, and most importantly, it's Aunt Robbie, the strictness of her, and the rules and everything. I don't have such a person in my life, but I was kind of impressed how, at a very young age, Mitchell was being shaped into the person she became. And the piano recital was one of the key important part in her life. While reading about it, while knowing that she was just a little girl who had doubts like any one of us, that was comforting in every way possible. And I'll mention a few characters that are real life persons, of course. That is Mitchell's brother Craig. I don't have a brother myself, but I was able to see the realness between the brother and sister, the protective brother. I was able to see that. And of course, Mitchell's dad was, I can't even believe that someone can hold on to their sheer willingness through all the pain and everything he was going through, and believing in himself. That was a determination anyone can really want to have, because he was stubborn up until the last moment, right? And that is something you can see in Mitchell as well, I think. And of course, Mitchell's mom, who recently passed away, and I would say that she, being her own individual self and also letting Mitchell and Craig be their own self, is what shaped Mitchell the most. Because if you don't give someone the space to be themselves, there will be no chance for them to develop themselves, right? And Mitchell's mom did that amazingly, I guess. As someone who's not from US, I really like the way Mitchell has handled her patriotism, addressing the problems within the country's system as in politics and society. And to read about Chicago in full description from Mitchell's point of view was enlightening, if not anything. As in, I was able to see the real problems, the differences between two races, differences between financially well off people and financially struggling people. And I came to understand that the word ghetto is used as a slur, or in some sort of demeaning way. So when I read about it, I didn't understand it. I had to Google it to know that ghetto is used to describe black households and black family or anything black. And even though I am someone who doesn't have anything to do with the racial discrimination that is going on in the US, I have always been aware of it through movies and news and other outlets. To see the struggles Mitchell went through and to see Barack become the first black president, that journey, to see it from a second person's point of view who also is not less special in any way, that was good. I'm not saying I was living under a rock, I don't know shit. I didn't know certain things about the presidency of Barack Obama, but it was again a good thing to read about it from someone else's perspective who also had an amazing story of being a lawyer and also lovingly expecting to be a mother, to becoming a mother, and then, of course, to work full time at a medical center and then to give it all up to become the first lady of the US. That is some impressive journey. I'll highlight one thing: Mitchell being so determined to prove her teacher wrong when she told that Mitchell was not Princeton material. That is something I have seen in myself as well. I don't know if I've proved anything already. I haven't done much, if you ask me. I have a lot to prove. I always tell everyone, even my mom makes fun of me all the time, telling that you keep telling that you'll become a big writer or something, but how long are you going to tell that? So there are so many people, close ones or not, who don't believe me or who doubt their belief in me. And I don't get mad at them, but I always make a mental note to tell myself, see, so many people have doubts, so many people don't believe in you, but that doesn't mean you have to give up, or that doesn't mean you have to believe in them. You just have to believe in yourself as usual and keep going, because you have a great dream, totally achievable. And I'm still pursuing my dream as always. I was very happy to read about it, to see that she proved the teacher wrong and to go to Princeton. That was something. But again, after reading about how her parents made sacrifices so that she and her brother both had good education at Princeton, I don't know how many of you relate to it, but it's quite common throughout the world, I guess. Parents struggle every time to put their children in front of good education and make sure they're well educated, to give them the opportunities they never got themselves. To read about Barack's parentage and the past, and this little tradition of them visiting Hawaii for Christmas, all that was like wholesome, if you ask me. And of course, Barack and Mitchell's love story itself is very impressive. I've seen so many videos of Mitchell talking about love, marriage, and being husband and wife. Everything. I've seen so much. And I'll tell you this, she is an icon for speaking her mind. I don't know if there is anything problematic when it comes to Barack or Mitchell, but from what I have explored, I haven't found anything. So don't come at me by telling like you don't know shit or something, because I don't know. I only know what I know, and based on that, I'm telling you, she is sort of an icon, if you ask me. She did her role perfectly, from being a lover, from being a mother, from being the first lady, and also balancing it with her personal life, her own personal goals and passion and work and everything. Like, it's not less impressive if you ask me. My own mom had to manage going to school, taking care of me and my sister, and of course, trying to make sure our future was settled for, our future was secure, saving and doing whatever that came to her. It is hard. I have seen it firsthand. So many of you must have seen it firsthand as well. And I'm impressed. So, Aunt Robbie's death and Mitchell's father's death was like, especially if you're reading fictional characters, someone dies and the dear one feels bad and they are hurt and somehow changed, it is the worst feeling. But to know that these people are real and they made significant impact in Mitchell's life, and to see her mourn them and also move on from their death, it was personal to read about. It is personal if you ask me. And I felt really bad for her father, especially. How great it would have been if he had stayed alive and seen everything, just like her mom did. It would have been impressive, if you ask me. Of course. It would have given him hope. It would have been something wonderful. Now I'll discuss the politics. I didn't get much about the way US presidential elections or senator elections work. I was able to understand a little bit, but the campaigning and how Mitchell was thought to be easily brushed off as an angry black woman, and how Mitchell rebranded herself, to read about it was empowering for someone young. Anyone who's young and reading that book will feel inspired. Okay, if you're gonna dismiss me by labeling me as something, I'll just tell you what I am. I won't let you label me into something and diminish me. I won't let you do that. And every girl should understand this. Nobody can diminish you by labeling you into something or just something. The rebranding itself, the ownership, the patriotism, and of course, sacrificing her work to fit into this role of becoming the First Lady of the United States. I don't even know what kind of pressure she must have went through. I did read about it, but that doesn't mean I know. So, of course, respect. I wanted to mention this especially. When two people meet and get married, there's a fair chance, one of them, it's going to be one of them, fair chance, rarely both of them, and also rarely neither of them. What do you ask? To be passionate about a dream so big. that is something that's going to test your relationship. To being able to sacrifice for your partner's big dream. Why would you want to sacrifice so much for your partner's big dream? It's not even your dream, right? That is the purest form of love. I have talked about my dream with my husband so many times. He is always listening. He's someone who really wants me to succeed. I can't even believe people out there who would make someone feel bad about their own dream. There are people out there, believe me, I have seen them myself. People who would diminish someone's dream to something menial and, you know, shatter their hopes. I've been through that. And then there are people like my husband and Mitchell. These are the partners who will support their partner's dream. They will fit into their role and see it come through. So, if you are a big dreamer, I really hope you meet someone who is always willing to support that dream, always willing to stand by you and tell you, I'm there with you, you can go, you can proceed, go get the world or something. I really like that Mitchell was, supportive to Barack, of course, and I'm happy that she was able to find something for herself so that she didn't get completely lost in becoming a supporter to her husband or something. Another thing I really, wanted to point out is I didn't know about Let's Move movement or about the garden in the White House. I was not aware of it. So when I first read about it, I was truly impressed. To start something so simple and promote something so vital to every human's life, that is eating good food, farm grown fresh food that is healthy, that doesn't damage their body or health, and of course that prevents childhood obesity, which is bigger issue in America, I guess. So to read about it, I was very much impressed. How can Mitchell find herself something to work on so that it causes a national level movement and it brings about a wonderful change for so many people, especially young children out there? And to read about how she, you know, made sure Let's Move was reaching everyone and everybody was conscious about becoming healthier, and everything she did behind the scenes was also impressive, and how she had always voiced out for young girls. She felt bad for not only the children in US but also children around the world, especially young girl children suffering. It is something I relate with as well. So when I read about it, I felt connected and I felt impressed by knowing that even the smallest of your action can bring about a vast change if you're at the right place, or if you try to be at the right place and have your heart at the right place. To finish the book, finally, after 3 months of reading, of course, I didn't read much in May or June because I was busy. In April, May, June, I would have finished around 180 or 150 pages in April and the 60 pages in May, June. And in July, I must have finished 60. And of course, in August, July end to August, I was able to finish the book off. A true feat, if you ask me. And of course, I would recommend this book to anyone, but beware, it has a lot of content and it is going to be a long read if you're like me, who doesn't read much of biographies. But it's an impressive read. Every girl child around the world should read. Even though she didn't become the president of the United States, she did everything she can from what she was given. So we can always aim high. Mitchell was never into politics. She didn't want to become a president. But if you want to become someone very impressive, it can be anything. Do everything in your power to get there. And if you don't get there, do everything in your power to utilize whatever you have and bring about the change so many other people can also, find you impressive. I really don't even know how to finish this video because it's quite some time, and I'm really happy that I got to read the book. I can say that, of course. Yeah, You should definitely read Becoming by Michelle Obama. With that, I'll end the video, and of course, like and subscribe for more content on books, reading, writing, and general vlogs, I guess. Through stories.